Hello, and welcome to an introduction to symptom validity assessment. So just to recap some things from the last lecture, neuropsychological assessment assumes that patients are engaged, motivated, cooperative, and responding validly throughout the evaluation. And without this, cognitive and emotional functioning will not be accurately captured. And this could result in many iatrogenic effects, such as incorrect diagnosis, recommendations for unnecessary medical workup, treatments, restrictions in independence, and also reinforcing non-credible symptoms. Symptom validity assessment, again, assesses the validity of self-reported symptoms, whereas performance validity assesses the validity of observed cognitive performance. And right now we're focusing on symptom validity, or whether the symptoms that the patient reports on self-reported questionnaires can be considered valid. There are a few different types of symptom invalidity. The first general type is non-content-based invalid responding. And the first type of this is non-responding. And non-responding occurs when a participant fails to provide a response to an item or provides an unscorable response, such as if they selected both true and false for an item. Random responding is when a participant doesn't really appear to be responding to the content of the items, but they're simply randomly choosing their responses. Whereas fixed responding is when the participant also doesn't really appear to be attending to the content of the items, but they are responding in a fixed pattern. So for instance, always true or always false. Content-based invalid responding includes over-reporting and under-reporting. Over-reporting is when respondents convey more dysfunction or more serious dysfunction than they actually experience. Well, under-reporting is the opposite. The participants or the patients will deny or minimize psychological difficulties. And this can result in scores that underestimate their true standing on the measured construct. Over-reporting and under-reporting can be either intentional or unintentional. And just to note here, under-reporting is kind of unique to symptom validity. With performance validity, we don't really need to be concerned with that the patient might be appearing better than they truly can perform. There's really no way to perform better than your true ability on neuropsychological tests. So while performance validity, we're really only concerned with the patient appearing worse than they truly are. With symptom validity, we need to be concerned with both possibilities, that the patient is either trying to appear better than they actually are, or that they're trying to appear more impaired than they actually are. So when we use symptom validity tests to assess symptom validity, we want to choose disorder-specific measures. So ideally, a validity test that has been validated in a sample of patients with the same diagnosis as your patient. Also available are measures that are embedded within larger personality inventories, and there are also some standalone measures that have been validated in a variety of patient populations. Just like with neuropsychological test selection, we want to choose measures that are based on the quality of the research and relevance to any particular patient. So we're looking for well-validated tests, ideally validated in samples that are very similar to our patient. And the symptoms should not be interpreted without consideration of response bias. So if you don't have measures of response bias, then you really shouldn't be interpreting the patient's symptoms. I just wanted to end this section on validity by emphasizing that validity assessment is really critical in neuropsychological evaluations. The National Academy of Neuropsychology and American Academy of Clinical Neuropsychology both recommend validity assessment, multiple instances of validity assessment across the evaluation, and really emphasize that if you are not going to include validity assessment, you really need to justify that decision. There should be a strong rationale for why it was inappropriate. Otherwise, validity tests should be used. And this is not only stated by neuropsychological associations, but also medical associations. So the American Medical Association has stated that neuropsych evaluation should include validity assessments, and the Institute of Medicine noted that performance validity assessment should be conducted with cognitive assessments, and that all cognitive evaluations should include a statement of evidence of the validity of the results. So it's very important to make sure that when you do a neuropsychological evaluation, you include assessment of performance validity and symptom validity. Thank you.